Hey everybody, this is Pyro with Team ESG. Hope you're having a happy new year. Today we're going back into the Long Dark. Alright, I streamed this a couple days ago. I've been playing it on and off. The game is quite addictive, if you ask me. So last time I was able to survive, I believe it was like 7 days and such hours. Actually, I wonder if it'll tell me what my last survival was. Like if there's a... I don't think there's anything here. Anything that will tell me. But that's cool. I believe it was 7 days and a certain amount of hours. I know that. So anyway, today the entire goal of this video will be to do better. That's it. That's all I can do is better. Okay, I just don't want to fail. Just don't want to fail again. You know, and the last game, if you haven't watched it, I'll leave a link in the comments to the first video we did, and then I believe the stream is archived. I'll have to check, but if not, you know, you can tune in. You know, on Wednesdays, usually on the Twitch channel, I'm on there, you know, doing my thing, twitching it up, streaming away. I'll also stream here on YouTube as well, and you know, if you give me a like and a subscribe, you know, you can follow and see what's going on. So hopefully you like what you see. Anyway. That's enough chat. Let's get into this. Mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought your plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. How long can you survive? Well, so far about 7 days. So let's see if we can increase that. On a long enough timeline, the survival rate for everyone drops to 0. My timeline was 7 days. And oh look, they started me in the woods. In the snow. So that's cool. That should make this interesting. So, well, we know that a road has to lead somewhere, right? So let's move on the road. What are we looking at? It's 3 degrees right now, so it's not even... I'm not going to be freezing yet, but I'm going to be somewhat cold, especially since I probably don't have the greatest gear on me. It looks like my jeans got messed up, and it's all good. Looks like I can see a cabin already over there in the distance. Once I get to this cabin, who knows? You know, who knows what kind of things I'll find. I see a fishing hut on the water there. That's good. The objective here, like I said, is to make it more than 7 days. That's the objective. So let's see what kind of you know, what kind of distance I can get, you know, what kind of timeline I can get to. I mean, ideally, you know, it'll have to be multiple playthroughs because I just survived so long. Like that's what I really want. But we'll see. So I see a deer there, but I don't have anything to hurt the deer with, so I'm not even going to bother with that. I grab a couple sticks on my way. Good kindling for a nice fire at some point. Hopefully a useful fire. I do like that the game started me not in a blizzard. Sometimes the game likes to start you just right in a blizzard. Right when you start. And they're like, hey, you got about 15 minutes before you freeze to death out here and die. So why don't you hop to it? And already my guy is starting to freeze. You can hear the cues. Oh, damn. Just strip buck naked in the woods. I guess that's my thing now. I ain't doing that, man. Trying to be real. Trying to survive this. You know what I mean? This isn't a game anymore. This isn't just pixels, you know? It's real life. I gotta start, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna start a couple of competitions on the page, and let's put real money, bitcoins, whatever. Let's put money down on how long I can make it. You know, let's make it interesting. You know, and let's not even put like $5 down. Like let's do like 5 G's. You know what I'm saying? Like I want it to be so expensive that I have no choice but to survive a certain amount of days. Otherwise, I will literally go broke and be forced to sell my car, my house, you know, just ruin my real life. You know what I mean? Like that's what I really aspire to. You know, is just to really just You know, if you're going to go big, you know what I'm saying? Just go big. All right, enough shit talking. First house on the way here. Canadian flag. You should be able to burn that. Not, hey, no problems with Canada. I'm just saying. You should be able to burn that in case we need it for, you know. Oh, look at that. Look at that TV. It's got all messed up. It's pretty weak ass. It's probably only like a 32 inch, right? Ain't nobody trying to use a 32 inch TV anyway. Okay, so gloves. Shoes. Alright, that's something. Newspaper. Little kindling. They have a fireplace, which might come in handy if we need it. I see some more paper on the shelf. We got a fire log down here. Fire logs are good because they'll last for 3 hours in the game, whereas the normal logs, depending on what kind of wood you get, if you get a soft wood, then it's going to last, what is this, metal lamp? It's going to last about an hour. But if you get hardwood, usually you'll get 2 or 3 hours out of it. And, you know, hardwood, that's what I'm all about, right, fellas? Come on. You know what I'm talking about. No homo. Anyway, back to the game. Searching for some food, some things to eat. Anything in the microwave? No. You need to clean that shit, though. Alright? You know, I'm trying to survive here. I don't need a dirty microwave. I can't even use it. Maybe I could store some stuff in it. Who knows? No, these people should have been a little bit more considerate and left me some more to eat, you know?
That'll come in handy.
There we go. Some fresh rabbit. Bada bing. Should we just eat it raw? Or should we cook it? I know what you're thinking, but we gotta cook it. Alright, nothing in there. Oh, the house is making weird noises. But I don't hear the weather outside, which is kind of cool, because normally you can hear the weather in these houses whenever there's a blizzard or something going on. So the fact that I'm not hearing that noise... Here we go. Gonna put on some cargo pants. But yeah, normally if you can hear that noise, then you know you got issues. But it's super quiet. Just my big mouth. Calling the wolves in. Oh, look at this. Just lovely. And it's like, you know, it's just a dead dude, like, lying here. He's got snow on his head. You know, my problem with the aesthetics of that is just the fact that, like, from a visual standpoint, like, it's warm enough in here that the snow should have melted. Like, even before the guy died, that snow should have melted. But, you know, let's be real. You know, they don't want to be real. And the other thing, too, is, like, I like how this is real, though. Like, take that water out of the bowl, man. Because if you're thirsty, let me ask you a question. If you're thirsty, would you drink water out of a toilet bowl? You know, would you make that, would you make that commitment? Would you do that? You know, would that be you? Who keeps boots in the shower? I know y'all probably can't even see this, can you? Because it's just so dark in here. Let me get out of there. Painkillers by the bed. My man. Oh, got some more socks down there. Alright. So that's this house, which I may come back to. It's got a fireplace, which is nice, but I had to keep moving for right now. Keep moving, keep making moves. You know, get that. Oh, it's the flag making that noise. Alright. Thought there was somebody stalking in there. So, we found the coastal town site. We found one house so far. Alright, wind's picking up a little bit. It's getting a little chillier. I am seeing a few more houses. Got a car out there. It'll all get checked. It'll all be cataloged and checked, and we'll make sure we got everything we need. Because I've learned from playing this game through a few times that, you know, you can't even think, like, yeah, you got to think about the day that you're in, but you also got to think about tomorrow. You know? And not only, like, tomorrow, like, okay, I got a base operations, I'm good here. You got to be thinking, like, what do I need to carry on? Like, what do I need with me to make it to that next location? Because you can't stay at any one location forever, because eventually you're going to utilize all the resources in that area. So you might be able to stay somewhere for a few days, but eventually it's time to move. You know, because you'll have picked up all the branches, you'll have cut down all the...
Use this.
There you go. You know, you'll have cut down a lot of stuff, you know, and you'll need to stay mobile. You need to keep moving. So, anyway, we got nothing there. I was hoping to get a lantern or something so I could really kind of show you guys a little bit better the interiors. I know that they're a little darker on this, just because that's the way the game is. It's just inside. All you're getting is natural light. There we go. Got a jacket going on. Got another scarf. Let's see, we got nothing in the drawers. Oh, got some grape soda there. Newspaper, we can use that. Did I leave anything in here? Nah, I can't see nothing. Gotta get that toilet water though. That eau de toilette, as the French would say, right? The eau de toilette, right? Get that toilet water. Thug life right there. Alright. So this house is alright. You know, I got a couple of things. I got that jacket in there, but like I ain't even stressing that. I'm trying to move through as many of these as I can. You got deep snow? Why am I running so slow? Come on, let's move. Alright. Next house. Let's see. Anything? Nothing in the stove. Got some tomato soup. Got a can opener. That's good, so I'll be able to open them cans quicker. You can open cans without a can opener. There are several YouTube videos on how to do that. But if you want to just know how to do it, just smash it against something, man. Let me be real. You know? Just break it. Alright, what else we got? Got an energy bar on the table. Alright. Stay energized. I'm all about that, you know. I'm about that life. You know, nothing in them cabinets. Oh, microwave. Got a cup of tea. It's cold, but you know what? Still hydration. Beggars can't be choosers in the apocalypse, you know what I mean? You gotta take what you can get, hence drinking toilet water, you know? I'll be slurping that shit down later. Don't even worry about it. It's going down, is what I'm trying to say. What do we got here? Cabinet. See, I can't see either, so like don't even stress. You think you can't see, like I can see now because we got some natural light. This house might be okay to stay in too because we got fire. So if I got to start a fire, I'm gonna start a fire. And one thing is, and maybe I will start a fire here just to kind of show y'all what it be. So I got 20 sticks. I'm gonna use a fire log piece of paper. I got any accelerant? I do. Might as well just use it. Got that fire popping fresh. And if you throw, like I said, you throw a fire log in there. Alright, so it's 2 hours for a fire log. Sticks will give you about 15 minutes or so. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cook that raw rabbit before I forget. This thing's putting out 18 degrees of heat. And for those of y'all who do not live in these states, you might be thinking, Fahrenheit? The fuck is that? Well, I'm going to tell you what Fahrenheit is. Fahrenheit is a superior measuring system. That's what it is. So, deal with it. Nah, it's actually probably really not, but it's all good. It's all good. I've learned to love it because I was forced to as a kid. That's what they do. That's what the government does. Let's see, we got some more wool socks here. Let's check these cabinets again. Got a little cloth.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Heavy wool sweater. Insulated vest. So what I'm getting here is a lot of supplies that I'm going to be able to break down. And then with those supplies, oh, look at that. Bam. Get that water. Just slurp that up. You know, somebody could have, you know somebody dropped a deuce in there at some point. But I'm saying, like, what choice do you have? You know, you need that water. You know? I mean, you know nobody dropped a deuce recently in there. I mean, everybody's dead. There's nobody alive in this game. You know, so I'm going to extinguish this for a minute. Just because we're going back outside. I'm warm enough. Actually, you know what? While I'm standing here, let me see what's going on. So I got a pair of basic boots, which give me about 1.5 degrees worth of loving. We got the work boots, which do a little bit more. And then what we can do with all the boots we find that we're not going to use, things we're not going to use, we break down. And that's how it goes. Like that's basically what we're doing. So the cargo pants, we want those. I'm going to put on the better pair of underwear. Actually, I can't even repair these, so I got to harvest it. You need things to repair things, obviously. Let me throw on a scarf here. Harvest this. It sounds like it's calmed down a little bit outside. Now would probably be a good time for me to make my move to another building and see what they have. I'm going to harvest these boots. Oh, my stomach's making noise. So where them rabbits at? These rabbits weigh a couple of pounds. So let me drop a few rabbits in. Let me drink some of this water I picked up. Not thirsty anymore. Need some more rabbit. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids. I don't have any tricks except for tricks of the trade. Alright, so it's calmed down out here. The weather has gotten back to, can I go down in there? No. False alarm. The weather has taken a turn. As you can see out there, them crows, they're going to be flying over a body because they want to eat that body, because that's what crows do. Crows eat. You know, I don't know if there's going to be anything on that body per se, because the wolf that killed it, if a wolf did in fact kill it, and that looks like what happened. Yeah, I don't even have I forgot, I don't have a knife to cut it open. So, back to my houses. Come on. One thing this game is lacking is a jump. I understand it's a survival game, but pretty sure that at some point in a survival situation, you're probably going to need to jump. So maybe the developers need to, you know, just kind of work that into the figures. work that into the coding, you know. Like, oh, these dudes are going to need to jump. And I'm not breaking that, because I don't need to yet. Got a couple other spots over here. Let me go check this car real quick. In a pinch, a car could be an okay place for you to sit, and not necessarily, you know, like warm up, but you could definitely beat the wind if the trunk's locked, of course. But you could beat the wind in there. Now I'm gonna save this building for last here, because this is probably where I'm gonna spend the night. Because that's a big building, and if I remember correctly from the last time I explored this particular region some months ago, that building had a fire pit, so I'll be able to make everything I need. Use a match, light this torch up again, and we'll go through the house and see what we can find. So key items you want to get early on in this game: gun. Always want a gun. You know, gun just makes you feel not only like a man, but an American. You know, can't be an American without a gun. But seriously though, you need a gun to fight off the wolves, which will attack you. You can also use a gun to hunt deer and bear, although I probably wouldn't recommend using it for bear right away. But so far the only kind of gun they have in this game is one rifle, I think, so far. Now eventually I think they'll probably add a few more variations on the rifle, or maybe a scope to the rifle. That'd be dope. Maybe a scope you can make yourself. You might even be able to make one already, and I just haven't gotten that far yet and done it, so don't quote me. Alright, so if like somebody wants to drop down in the comments and be like, well, actually this is what you actually, you know what, go for it. Throw it in the comments, because I never claimed to be this game's Wikipedia. And any knowledge that you can give without being too condescending would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, you want to get a gun, you want to get a hunting knife so that you can then gut the wildlife that you've murdered. You want to get a hatchet so you can cut wood so that you can create a fire to then cook the meat that you have just murdered. You'd like to get some decent clothing so that you can go outside and stay warm enough while you're hunting the deer that you're going to murder with the knife, and then cut down the wood with the hatchet that you're then going to cook your murdered kill on. You see where I'm going with this? It's all about killing deer and getting that meat. It doesn't just have to be deer. You can kill rabbits and wolves. Those are so far the only signs of wildlife in the game that I know of so far. Pick up some of this water. Let me get that toilet water. If you got the option, get that toilet water.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Now, this guy's complaining that there's too much. He's got too much gear, and it's slowing him down. And all I got to say to that is, buck up, bitch. You know, you're in a survival scenario. You know, step your game up. You know, it's not all about. It's not all wine and roses right now. You know, you're in a serious situation where you could die. You know, so when you're complaining about having too much gear on you, like, how much are you even carrying? It's 90 pounds, man. I carry 90 pounds in my nutsack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, get your shit together, man. All right, let's see if this car has anything in it, because sometimes I just feel like. Let's see. No. So I found a can of soda in there, and you know what? Whatever. It's worth it. A can of soda is enough to get you by. Because can of soda not only hydrates you, but it also gives you some calories. thanks to that lovely sweet sugar inside of it. So it's pretty darn helpful when it comes down to it. Oh, I just throw my torch like a retard. I don't mean like mentally retarded. I mean just like me, like an idiot. You know, I'm not trying to. I don't want to hit it in PC terms, man. I'm just trying to make a video.
What have we here?
You know, here I'm playing a game that has been ruining my life. So. Let's see what else we got here. You know, recently I was reading this thing about hydrogen peroxide, which, you know, basically they say it's your antiseptic, and the fact that, like, the bubbles, you know, when you clean out a wound, you know, when, let's say, you cut yourself with a piece of paper, because we all know, you know, most of the people probably, you know, listening to this, they probably, don't, you know, go out and you know, wrestle bear or anything. You know, they probably just, you know, cut themselves with paper, or maybe a knife cut, you know, or maybe a fork. You know, maybe they got stabbed with a fork in an altercation. You know, that happens. People get stabbed with forks. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, back to, I digress. You know, that bubbling in there, it's not, you know, it looks good. It looks like it's disinfecting the wound, but really it ain't doing shit. So I just want y'all to know that, you know, there's lies, man. Lies predicated on what people tell you is fact, is fiction, you know. So just, you know, think for yourselves, man. You know, be real. All right, so I got some more of that wood, which is good. Got that hard wood, son. And it looks like all these drawers have been emptied of anything useful. Let's check out this bathroom situation. I don't know why everybody would be leaving flares in the sink. I found 2 flares in the sink in this game alone. And a newspaper in the bathtub. Like, what is the, what? You know what I mean? Like, what's the, what were you going for there? Anyway. Alright, table. It's empty. Empty. I still haven't found a knife. And I need at least a knife so that when I'm fighting off the wolves, I could stab them a few times, and then, you know, they'll go off and die somewhere. I don't know why, you know, houses that small have 2 doors. I mean, I guess I do get it. You know, I shouldn't say that. I get it. But anyway. Alright, so that's all the houses in this little coastal town. They seem to call a town. Let me... Oh, I can't even run because I'm that over encumbered. That's alright, because this is going to be my base of operations for the foreseeable future. I'm going to use this, and then I'll scout out from here. So, let me check this drawer. I'm going to check this drawer here, and then I'm going to start dropping stuff in here. Just, I'll come back and figure out what I'm going to use later. I'll start breaking things down. Look good, I got 2 jackets. So I really wasn't even paying attention to all the stuff I gripped up, because usually what I do is I just grab everything I see, and then I'll come back and figure it out. You know, figure out like what I'm going to use, and kind of go from there. Oh, I did find a sewing kit, so that's nice. So I'm down to 89 pounds. Oh, I got wood, so I could drop some of that junk. The wood doesn't even weigh that much, though. I can't even put all the sticks in there. They can't handle that type of volume. Alright, that should be enough for the moment. Light a flare in here. Gonna give myself some light. There we go. I found a bullet. A bullet. So if it comes down to it, I got that. Got lockers that are locked, which makes sense because they're lockers. Nothing there. Some orange soda. Another newspaper. Here's my fire barrel. So I'll turn that into something. Cardboard box. Yeah, I can use that for some tinder. I got a bed in here already, so I won't have to sleep in my sleeping bag, which is nice. Another locker.
I could use this.
I could use it if I didn't already have like 3 pairs of those, but it's all good. Just throw this. And this is the emptiest toolkit I've ever seen. Nothing of use.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Painkillers. Alright. Sometimes you gotta kill that pain, man. Alright, there we go. Now we got a storm lantern. Now we can stomp this thing out. Oh, the hacksaw. Okay. That's cool. We fuel this thing up. Harvesting it. Light this up. This will give us a good reliable light source. Just to walk around and continue scouting out this place. Workbench we can use to make a bunch of stuff. Oh, pry bar. There we go. So the hacksaw and the pry bar are two good things. They're more advanced. They're not like necessities, but they're okay to have. So the hacksaw is basically going to let you cut up metal objects, turn them into medical scrap, and then that medical scrap can be used to to do shit. I mean, I don't know, whatever you use metal scrap for. Metal scrap for. Here we go, we got some jerky. Jerky's good because it lasts a long time. That's why, it's just salted meat. That's all it is, cured with salt. Good stuff. We can turn all those newspapers into tinder plugs later. And they're just good to have. Get some grape soda going on here. Oh, missed the orange soda. More soda the better. Canned foods are always good because they're easy to take with you places. Let's see here. Some condensed milk, some sardines. Now this dude's gonna play the bitch, acting like he's tired. Like, grow a pair, bro. Like, it's not even nighttime yet, man. Like, you gotta finish searching this area out, and then, there's... See, look, I've missed these sodas because he's tired, man. Playing games. Summit Soda is essentially, I've come to believe it's Mountain Dew. Do the do. Alright, so that flare finally went out in the other room, thankfully. I don't really like the light of the flare. I think that color is just kind of obnoxious. But it's cool. When you need it, then, the flare is... it's great for fighting away wolves and stuff like that. Because they don't like that light. So you can fight them away pretty good. Alright, so this room's been searched out. We searched in here too. And I can break some of this stuff down. into scrap. So what I'm going to do now is put the torch on the table. And then this room's got a nice light. And then kind of figure out what's what. So I've got some equipment on me already. So what we're going to do is just start breaking down stuff that we don't need. Harvest up. Get rid of some of this weak stuff. Harvest up. Yeah, my phone's blowing up. Don't worry, I'm just insanely popular. You know, I just do this for the chicks. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to start checking this guy's. What's his stats looking like? So, yeah, he's all right. He's all right for a minute. All right, so that's what I got on. I got that heavy wool. That fleece ain't nothing. Harvest that up. Let's put this cargo on instead of these weak ass jeans. I mean, in the woods, in the Canadian wilderness, jeans ain't it, man. Can't be wearing jeans. So this is essentially the gear that I'm going to be wearing for the foreseeable future. So what I want to do is repair it into the best condition I can. That way I will stay warm. So everything as close to 100% as I can get is the idea. And there goes my torch. Alright. So now I'm in literally the pitch black because my torch went out. So what I got? One, oh, where's my box of matches? Boom. I got that lantern. So I forgot which, I think I left it in here, yeah, so I'm going to take that stuff, and then did I leave any more wood in here? I think I did. And let me see about starting a fire. Alright, here's the barrel. Matches, fuel, accelerant. We'll get that fire started quick. Just so we got some light. Get a nice raging fire going on. Not the best for lighting in the barrel, at least, but that's all right. It's enough for our purposes. What we need right now, which is water. So my dude's losing his mind. I'm carrying 26 pounds of toilet water. That's how I run it. Get rid of this Venice. And alright, so I've got a pretty good stash. Was this raw rabbit? Alright, so I can't eat that yet. I got a pretty good stash of stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up the raw stuff, which is just the salmon and the rabbit right now. When you cook it, it'll last longer. When it's raw, it'll deteriorate very quickly. So you just cook it up and it's all good. Let me heat this cup of coffee up. I'm gonna heat this cup of coffee up and drink it, and that'll give me a little. That'll basically just give me a little extra time before I gotta pass out, which is really what I kind of need right now. I'm also gonna brew a couple extra cups of coffee because when you're out there in the wilderness, one of the things that I've been caught out there, you know, like completely exposed. And you need to stay awake, but you can't because you're exhausted, and the only way to kind of stave off that exhaustion for a little while is to pound a few cups of coffee. So I usually try to have a couple on me now, like when I'm out there running. So that should be enough there. Still got 2 hours of fire. Dude's plenty warm. As you can see, he's a little hungry, which, you know, that can be easily remedied. We got plenty of food right now. This piece of salmon weighs almost 6 pounds. Let's eat that up. Alright. And then, where's that coffee at? Alright, so this is going to give me a little extra time to basically just kind of finish breaking down a couple of things like I was trying to do a minute ago. So basically all this newspaper you can just harvest and turn into tinder plugs. That's all the newspaper's really for. You might be able to use it for something later on in the game, I really don't know. I have no idea. Let's see. Just cutting this paper up, man. And there's 4 hours of darkness left. So ideally you want to do your scouting outside, outdoors, in the daytime. But I also do need to give this guy some time to sleep. So I'll probably sleep for, what do we got? Alright, so that's probably try to sleep for like 8 hours. So just the early daytime hours. There's the sleeping bag. I got another hour on this fire barrel. I'm indoors, so I really don't got to stress too much. So let's do 6 hours of sleep and see where that leaves us. Boom. And there you go. We've survived 1 day and 23 minutes. Alright, so this is going to end part 1 of my 7 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die. That's another dope-ass survival game. But that one has zombies. This one does not have any zombies. Sorry to say. Because I know you zombie-hungry, crazy bastards out there just want zombies to come and, you know, do unspeakable things to you. But this is not a zombie game. This is a real kind of survival game. And it's still pretty amazing. I mean, you've seen just a glimpse of it. I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to do day 2 tomorrow and just keep going on and on. You know, like I said, if you like the video, if you like my kind of messed up sense of humor, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, leave a comment below. You know, and just tell me how I could do better. You know, tell me how I could be a better person. You know, like, should I just end it all? Is that what it is? You know, should I, you know, like what should I do? What kind of self-improvement tips and tricks do you have for me, you know, that I can just kind of make myself a better person? Anyway, that's it for this video. This is Pyro with Team Eat Sleep Game, checking out for the night. I will check you guys in the funny papers.